link.
I mean, it's not showing. It's not showing on Trend's account yet. Not.
Sorry.
Hold on. Let me check. Sometimes it just take a little while to show. Yeah. It looks like Trend is live. So
Nice.
Okay, it works. Yeah, no, I always been wanting this for my own live stream. I should have just bought Restream. In the future, I will do that.
Sure.
Okay.
GM everyone. Wait for a moment. Let's just
GM,
wait for another 3 minutes.
Actually, let me see if it shows on Trends.fun Twitter account that there is a live. Oh, nice. It is. Let me retweet it.
Is there a tweet?
So when you guys go live, meaning Solana developer account and then our account, all of these would have a pop-up. I just retweeted from my own.
Yes, it's all live.
Yeah. Not all account. I think only 3 of us. If everybody else logged in, then they will go live. I think. Actually, let me check if it's on Covalent. Yeah, because they're not logged in, so it's not. Okay. Actually, Daki, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here. I just retweeted myself.
Actually, no, I was thinking that since you are the only one here, perhaps we can also just have you go first, because I think it's probably easier that way. So that I don't have to hassle and be chasing them, and now have more time having everybody else.
Oh yeah, 100%. That works for me.
Okay, awesome. Hey, good to see you in person.
Oh.
Yep.
Hey. Let's wait for another 3 minutes until I get started.
Oh yeah, we could. That's fine.
Do you want me to share screen, or we're just going to have?
It's up to you. I mean, honestly, this is more just for people to know about know AI and whatever. So whatever thing you wanted to show to people, I think it's just a good time to showcase. Yeah.
Perfect.
GM. I saw there's 47 views already.
Oh, really? Okay. Nice.
Oh, I saw this another one joining us. Let me see.
Who is? Who's
Blog.
backstage?
Alsaurus. Oh, I saw Bitget wallet, and all right, we got so many people. GM.
Yep. Here we go.
GM.
Yes, we're here.
Right.
We are live. Chief Agent Midlife. What does that even mean?
Did I? Oh, midwife. Just birthing agents. Everything's going.
I think Mike, we can probably get started in like 30 seconds or 1 minute, and then people are
Sure.
rolling in, like, right, and then
Sure.
we should
Let's
be
wait. Let's wait for another 1 minute and get started.
Is this the first time Solana devs do this?
No, for this kind of events, yes, but there were a bunch of workshops, but usually it's a one-on-one workshop for the hackathon.
Right.
But I think we went well, so.
Got it. And you guys did mostly using Zoom?
No, still this platform, but this is my first time, to be honest.
I see.
I don't usually use this platform before. All right, let's get started. GM everyone, and welcome. Today, we are streaming live for the Solana Agent Economy Hackathon, the Agent Talent Show. We are very happy to have you here. So this is a workshop, and we are very happy to also have a bunch of very good partners and very important part of ecosystem teams to be here to introduce their projects and how you can better prepare for the hackathon with them. And also like Mabel from Trust.Fun, who is a co-host of this Agent Economy Hackathon. I'm Mike. I'm the W at Solana Foundation. Very nice to meet you the first time. And right now I'm going to give it to Mabel to introduce a bit about this hackathon.
Awesome. I actually haven't done any live stream for a little while. I usually do this quite often in the past for my own podcast. But it's definitely very exciting to have everyone here. We don't have everyone yet, but we can probably like give a very, very quick round of introduction, and I'll probably just kick off with like what this hackathon is, and also give maybe 3 minutes of our own product introduction, and then we can dive right in. So my name is Mabel. I'm the co-founder of Trends.Fund. We are a asset generation launchpad. We're primarily focusing on more like a product hunt type of launchpad. So for people to who want to look for things that are launching on the internet, like the vibe coded projects or some of the smaller ones, things that people are building, I think we are probably the right place for people to look at. And we will have a bunch of other cool product and feature launching in the next 1 or 2 weeks. I'll pass it along to maybe Daki and then Block.io Saurus and then Bitget Wallet.
For sure. Hey everyone, my name is Daki3. I'm a chief marketing officer over at Noah AI. We are in the most ground level. We are a vibe coding platform for Web3, mainly for Solana. Well, only for Solana. And what we do is we basically allow everyone, non-technical and technical, to build whatever they want just by chatting with AI, just by chatting with agents, right? So from Solana programs to full stack dApps to games, like simple 3D games, whatever your mind has, we make it possible.
Hi, everyone. I'm Keith at Metaplex. I also go by Blockiasaurus on Twitter. I'm also lead protocol dev at Metaplex, and our goal is to make all your on-chain agent rails for Solana capable. So that includes wallets, that includes programs for interacting with agents, that includes all the dev infrastructure that you may need, including an agent identity registry as a sort of 8004 compliant spec, as well as monetization layers, so launching tokens, monetizing your agents, X402 payments, that kind of stuff.
Bitget Wallet,
Nice.
whoever is speaking there, if you guys want to have a brief intro.
Hey, sorry, I just get have like this New York time, so I mute my camera, but I will open it later. I'm Benjamin from Bitget Wallet, so I'm based in New York and head of BD of this. And nowadays we are doing some payment stuff of the wallet, and of course we have our aggregator. So we aggregate Solana and many other chain, and we build this aggregator into a skill. So enable AI to use the aggregator to do some trading, do some like a local payment, something like that. So yeah, happy to be there and nice to meet you all.
Cool. I'll take over the stage a little bit and introduce this hackathon, and then our order is from in 4 minutes, we'll have Metaplex first, and then they'll have 20 minutes, which that's their workshop. And then after that will be Bitget Wallet, and then Noah AI. And then last one is Covalent. I think they're coming very soon. So let me kick off with introducing this Solana Agent Economy Hackathon. Initially, we wanted to do this primarily because that we saw there were quite a few things that are popping around in terms of, Clotbot, obviously, but also just all sort of agents and standards that people were building around. So we discussed with Solana Foundation and thought that there could be quite a few use cases, including X02 and also a bunch of other identity standards that could be built upon with the hackathon. So we started this, and obviously we had a bunch of supporters and partners working with this in this one. Metaplex, Covalent, Bitget Wallet, as well as Noah AI, and Qwen also was part of the sponsor and partner who provided 10K credit for this hackathon. So for specifically this one, we have a pinned tweet at trends.fun, and everybody can see like all the specific track submission requirement for each of the tracks. I'm not gonna go into it in too much details, but I think what's noteworthy is that this hackathon is more focused on building public. So we want to encourage people to not just submit things behind the scene and then through a backend, but rather they should be writing an article introducing their project they built. And as they like quote retweet this thing, we obviously want people to amplify what's going on with this whole hackathon. So then like people, everyone who are seeing all these articles being submitted, they can see what each other's building, what's their say GitHub link, or maybe some other things that you want other people to see. And then sometimes like we've seen like in some of the submissions, it actually inspired some derivative kind of work from their followers and stuff. So I thought like this could be an interesting experiment. Actually, we did this previously with our vibe coding hackathon, and it was a pretty good success, so that we decided to keep doing it this in this manner. And next, I would like to maybe use this stage to introduce what we've been doing in the past few weeks. So we actually launched our ABC AI Adaptive Funding Curve in a few weeks ago. And primarily what's interesting about it is that we have dynamic trading fees where like the higher the market cap of a asset that people are launching towards, let's say it's a vibe coded project or maybe it's like a skill, the higher the market cap, then the fee will go down. And also we have creator programmable rewards. What it means is like in addition to the creators of the product who could be eligible to receive certain creator fees, we also have another upcoming feature for that, which is called the community vault. So what it means is like the token deployer could also allocate some money into the community vault so that they can also incentivize not only the product creator, but also people who are working hard to promote this product. So that's another thing that I actually have not discussed in any of the places. So it's kind of alpha. Last but not least, we have also released our CLI as well as the SDK and stuff. So for people who are interested in integrating our SDK and our curve, they could have a pretty good rebate for themselves, and also for whoever wants to launch asset with their own agents, they can also just use the CLI to do it. So we've done such, and I guess last but not least is like within 2 weeks we'll have a agent mode for our curve where there's no like a button for any human beings to launch in the front end. Rather, it's only agent that could do such asset generation, and that's being created in the next couple of days, and we'll announce it properly when it's live. So yeah, I think here is my brief introduction, and I will hand it over to Keith for his workshop.
All right.
Cool. I'm going to close my video for now, and I'll come back later.
And then I will share. There we go. All right. So today I'd like to talk about using the Metaplex agent stack, the whole kit to handle everything on chain. Everyone, is this big enough for everyone to see?
Yes, it's clear.
Yes,
Right.
it's sure. It's fine.
Yeah. So the fundamentally, we want to power agentic commerce going forward on chain, and so the main goal is to bring your agents on chain, monetize them through our agent kit and through the Genesis token launchpad at metaplex.com. So the big question, anytime anyone ever talks about bringing anything on chain, is why? Why bother? There's a lot of things that could really just be an SQL database or just a one-off script. But I would like to make the argument that agents are one of the fundamental things that make sense to bring on chain. Powering agentic commerce, giving agents wallets, identity, discovery, all that other stuff just makes sense to put on chain. And it makes agents much more powerful when they're discoverable and on a public blockchain like Solana. So the fundamental problem is that for every Claude Code or Codex or useful agent, you're going to have like 10,000 ChatGPT wrappers that really don't do anything that useful. We've all done it. We've all vibe coded a simple ChatGPT clone or a little chat interface with a Stripe payment system. You're providing a SaaS, but really what you're doing is nothing that couldn't be done with a fancy system prompt embedded in ChatGPT. Things get really interesting when you start upgrading, though, and when you evolve from that simple LLM wrapper into something more powerful, where you have an agent that does multiple things. Maybe there's a pipeline of requests. Maybe it generates Twitter posts, and it goes through multiple different stages to generate content, generate articles, generate a whole marketing plan. And then that's when things get interesting. You get more complex systems, and you evolve from basic LLMs into full-on agents. But that, of course, introduces a problem. You make this cool agent, you make this great marketing bot, you want to replace your CMO, and you have no way of identifying it. You have no way of selling it to someone else, selling it as a service beyond just hosting your own web page that isn't that discoverable. So agents don't really have identity there. There's no ownership primitives off chain aside from a thing in a database. We've all seen it where your games disappears because it goes off the Steam store, or I think it was Vitalik who lost some of his stuff in the World of Warcraft. There's no true ownership there. No one really owns the agent. If your service goes down, it's gone. If you go out of business, that kind of stuff. Additionally, beyond throwing on a Stripe checkout button or Shopify or something like that, there's no native monetization built into the agent layer, aside from basic SaaS, and each time you're spinning up your own SaaS service. And lastly, agents by default, unless you build it yourself, don't have a wallet. They don't have assets that they own. They don't have their own ownership primitives. They're not managing their own capital, anything like that. And this is really what we're aiming to fix with the Metaplex Agent Kit. We want to empower all of these things. We want to take agents from very simple but useful tools into full operators on the actual network. We want Solana to be the chain for agentic commerce, and we want agents to be able to do all of this stuff autonomously themselves, managing their own capital, monetizing themselves with true ownership, true identity, discoverability, all that stuff. So the fix really here is the Metaplex Agent Kit, where we have a couple different layers. We have the identity layer, where you have persistent verifiable agents. You have the registry where you go online, you can discover agents, you can search for them. And in the future, we'll be building out newer features like templates and better discovery there. But the core goal is and the first step is to have agents easily own their own identity. It's not just an agent that you're deploying on a DigitalOcean droplet somewhere. It's your Metaclaw that is a meme coin trading bot that actually has its own personality, its own soul. It's doing its own stuff. It has its own assets that it's managing. The next step of course, is execution. If an agent doesn't have its own wallet, it can't do any sort of agentic commerce. And so that's really what we want to power, and is already powered by some of our primitives that we've had for a couple of years now, where agents all come with their own wallet through the Metaplex Agent Kit. They have their own PDA that they use to manage their own assets. They can trade. We've seen people deploying programs, that kind of stuff, all from their agent. Likewise, ownership. All of this is built upon the Metaplex Core NFT standard, which is, it's no longer just JPEGs. It's a more flexible, dynamic thing. It evolves with your agent, that kind of stuff. And so your agent can own its own assets through the core standard. Everything has a built-in wallet. You also own the agent. So when your agent monetizes, if you're taking a profit to pay for inference, or you're paying for hosting costs or something like that, you can take some of the agent's funds and use it for that kind of stuff. And lastly, everything we build at Metaplex is with composability and developer experience in mind. I'm pretty proud that as far as the ecosystem goes, we're one of the protocols who has broken people the least, hopefully, where we try not to change our APIs, try not to change compatibility. We take some enterprise level software tenets to heart in order to make it really easy to interact with our stuff. We have our developer relations team who's in the Discord all the time, 24/7, to help people out with stuff. And that's really our goal, is to make these agents just one component of the larger agentic commerce ecosystem. So like I said, the first step is really identity. This was kind of the first release that we did a couple weeks ago, where we now have the Metaplex identity registry. This is the equivalent of the identity registry of the 8004 on Ethereum and Base, with our own kind of spin on it. Right now, it's a fully 8004 compliant spec, but we have some room for improvement that I think we've seen, and things we want to be rolling out in the future that will really improve upon this, give agents a more powerful identity, more powerful capabilities. Like I said before, this is all represented. Each agent is its own Metaplex Core asset, visible in everyone's wallet, visible on all the explorers already. You can go and view these directly on metaplex.com/agents, and you can see all the different agents that have already been registered. You can follow those over to the Explorer. You can, this pub key is something that can be easily passed around. It's, already composable with the full ecosystem. It has meaning. NFTs, as everyone knows, have been fully integrated into pretty much everything. So when you actually mint this asset to represent your agent, you get for free, Explorer support. You get indexing support. DOS already has all of the stuff identified. From day one, we had the agent identity fully visible. You can trade them on Magic Eden or any other standard NFT marketplace, and all this existing infrastructure is really the power here, where all this is fully adopted by default, because we're building on existing standards and extending them with agentic capabilities. Likewise, Core Execute has this execute wallet concept, where every core asset has a PDA. For those more familiar with the Base and Ethereum ecosystem, this is like account abstraction, but this is something Solana has had since day one. PDAs fundamentally act as a way for programs to own stuff and execute stuff and sign transactions sign instructions on the behalf of programs. And so this is what we've built upon for the identity registry, where every agent by default has this wallet. It is fundamentally, because of the way PDAs work, they don't have any private key, so there's nothing to exfiltrate, there's nothing to steal. So when you have this agent wallet, you basically have an unstealable wallet, where even if your runtime gets exposed, or if you're like Anthropic and accidentally publish something publicly that you're not supposed to, you're completely safe, because all of your assets are held in the agent wallet, which can't be stolen. It's only executed on behalf of the executive or the owner. And this is really important, because the whole identity concept is really important, because discovery is a huge thing. Like, I was talking to someone about 2 months ago at this point, when OpenClaw, I think, released, and people started building their own claws, and he's like, I have no way of finding what's actually useful. Like, aside from like trolling Molebook, which is just a bunch of spam, like there's no way to identify what actually is a useful agent. And that's something we're really aiming to solve here with the agent registry. So you go on, I think we're going to be rolling out tagging soon, where we have different categories of agents, and there's just so many different things you can do to improve discoverability there. And this is a good, I think we have a solid starting point for building stuff like that. Next step is execution. Those familiar with the Solana runtime understand that Solana doesn't act like a backend server. There's no cron jobs, there's no long-running tasks, there's no autonomous triggering or like long-running processes, at least yet. There's everything that every time you want to see a transaction happen on chain, somebody needs to interact with it and trigger it. And this is where the execution concept came in for Metaplex Core. So the agent wallet itself, again, because it's a fully on-chain thing, can't trigger its own transactions without somebody initializing it. So we created the concept of execution delegates, where you're effectively delegating your execution. So maybe this is your OpenClaw instance's hot wallet. Maybe you have a DigitalOcean runtime. Maybe you're using AWS or Worker.io or one of the other agent services. Effectively, what this lets you do is take your agent to these different services and delegate execution of the agent to them. So if you have, say you have your service hosted, you want the DigitalOcean runtime runs your agent's inference. It determines, your agent's goals, what it's trying to achieve, what it's doing, maybe a prompt, maybe there are cron jobs, and it triggers those. It's able to trigger those through this delegation platform where the wallet is executed, or the wallet is triggered by the execution environment. And so your agent can do trading. It can do all the, the reminders or other tasks or cron jobs that you're trying to do autonomously through this. And this is a very flexible platform where you can delegate to multiple people. You can delegate to one person. You can revoke delegation at any time. If you want to switch providers, you can take that elsewhere. Or if a provider is exposed, you can immediately revoke that delegation. And so all of your assets remain safe that way. And I'd like to see this built out in the future. Security is obviously top of mind for us. And so I would love to see us venture into more dynamic execution delegates where maybe you have multiple different environments. Maybe you have your OpenClaw instance and you only wanted to spend 1 sol per day on buying assets or trading assets, and you can kind of set that scope there. Or maybe you're testing out a new platform and you want to delegate execution to this new platform for 24 hours and see how it does and make sure nothing's nefarious is happening. I want to be able to add capabilities for doing that in the future as well. And so that's the execution platform for the way agents can achieve full autonomy, achieve long-running standing, execute reminders or scheduled tasks and that kind of stuff. And lastly is monetization. The big thing that's kind of missing for, I think, full stage agentic commerce, like we already have all the protocols, we already have the tools there, but we need agents to have a way to monetize beyond just, you funding it. It's not some dependent who's sitting in your basement and you have to pay it like a sol every day to cover all of its costs. You shouldn't be subscribing for these SaaS services and having to set up all these API keys anytime you want to spin up a new agent. We want a full agent monetization platform, and that's what we're building with Metaplex. That's what we're extending Metaplex Genesis, our token launchpad, for that, where basically the agent pays its own way. So there's 2 different ways I can see this going. You have direct monetization where you're trying to seed the agent funds. So maybe you launch you have this great idea for a trading bot. You think that, or you have this, prop trading strategy that you think is going to be incredibly valuable. You want to hire a team to maintain it. You want to run your own runtime. For security reasons, you want to buy your own, custom or pay for custom high performance models, but you need the funds to do so. So you would launch a Genesis launch on metaplex.com where all the proceeds go directly to your agent, your trading agent, and that's what seeds the funds of the agent so it can pay for its own stuff. So via X402 payments, the agent's paying for its own RPC costs, it's paying for its own inference costs, it's covering its own services all through USDC or Sol and doing it that way. And I think that's the next step really for fully autonomous agents is them being able to monetize themselves. And likewise, you can kind of see the other path there where maybe you have an agent that's providing all these useful services. Maybe it's incinerating spam, or maybe it's has a really successful trading strategy. Maybe it's launching a bunch of meme coins. for people. But once you have that certain revenue, you get to the point where you want to do an ICO to expose other people to the revenue of the agent or expose other people to trading the agent. And so you would have the agent run its own ICO through Genesis, where it launches a token, it receives the proceeds of that, and it can use it for tokenizing or additional like scaling. And everyone gets exposed to the trading on that agent through its token as well. So you can kind of hold a piece of an agent as a token holder, or maybe the agent spins up a DAO where users can sort of guide the agent's actions and priorities through DAO proposals via token voting. And through the Metaplex agent kit, there's a ton of ways to do this. We have a bunch of different options for running it, for spinning up your own agent. We have an OpenClaw onboarding doc, which will be live today. We have it through the UI with tokenization coming very soon. And we also have the CLI, which is what OpenClaw is using in the background. And here's an example video for what a full onboarding is. We've tried to make this as absolutely simple as possible. So this is just an OpenClaw instance that's completely blank that I spun up. I pointed it to this onboarding doc, which we will announce soon on the timeline. And it just runs through, it spins up its own agent, it registers its own agent. Aside from the slow OpenAI inference, it does everything autonomously. I pretty much had to do zero work once I pointed it to this. So this is an example. So it goes through. Yeah, so it spins up its own execution wallet. So the hot wallet is what's the execution delegate. It gives me a Solana Pay link to fund that wallet with some seed funds, so it can iterate upon that. The QR code was generated off screen, but then once the wallet is funded, it just finishes registration, it mints the NFT, it delegates execution, and the asset is created, the agent is created, it's visible immediately on Metaplex.com, and it's ready to go. So this is an example of our registry, the details page for the actual agent. You have on the right here, you have the core asset, the digital asset that's being represented. You have the agent's actual wallet. You can see in the center, it actually tells you the agent's holdings, what it supports via the 8004 spec. You can see the raw JSON if you want, and a bunch of links to trading the agent or viewing it on the Explorer. And then likewise, the onboarding doc has tokenization built in directly as well, or gives you a bunch of options for different things you can do with your agent once it's actually spun up. So this is me just telling it, let's launch a token on DevNet. Obviously, it's the agent's token. It's going to represent the agent. So I just tell it to do whatever it wants, pick a token, an image that represents itself, and it spins it up in like 2 minutes. And there you go. It spun up a Genesis launch. It set up all the parameters by default, what it thought were sensible defaults. As we see more successful agent token launches, we're obviously going to extend this with more content so it can better choose defaults. This is the actual Genesis launch on Metaplex.com. You can see on the DevNet implementation all the details. It acts like a standard launch. All the funds go to the agent wallet itself, and the agent can then use that to pay for its own costs. Likewise, we also have the UI flow through Metaplex.com, where you can set up an agent. If you want to handle all the execution stuff yourself, you'll be able to do that, where this is just the registering of the agent. It mints the NFT and spins up all of the details on the 8004 spec, and then you register the agent, and that also immediately appears. This week, I believe we are going live with direct token launching for the agent. And so that'll be included in this flow where you want to launch a token to seed your agent, or you want to ICO after the agent, and you can then tokenize. And then this is just a list of useful links for learning more about it. Obviously, go to our Discord and visit if you have any questions, or you can DM me personally, Blocky Source on Twitter, or Telegram, and happy to help you out and get you going with agents.
All right, thank you very much for the detailed introduction, which is pretty cool. And also, if you are building on top of a Metaplex core or on top of Metaplex agent kit, please remember to also tag Metaplex when you're submit your project in the final hackathon. And also, like we got another, we got a specific track for Metaplex in agent track, which is 10,000 in total price pool. So like, thank you very much again for the introduction. Let's welcome to the another one for the next one. We'll get Bitget wallet.
Thank you, Keith.
Thank you.
Sure. Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Cheers. Yeah, I think
Cheers.
Benjamin, you can get started if you're ready.
Yeah, I just shared my screen. So can you see my screen now?
No, I don't think so.
Let me do it again.
Okay.
Now it's okay, right?
Live. It's live. Yeah.
Yeah, so we built our website. So this website is only for the skill website. So you will see we have points our price pools on the banner side. So all the people, like if you join this hackathon, and you can use the skill for doing some coding, and we have our own price pool. So the developer can free to use that. So I will give you some background for what's the advantage for our skill. So nowadays we will saw a lot of wallet are doing something like a agentic wallet, NPC wallet for skill, and trading ability for skill, right? Like a Privy and many other wallet are doing that. So we are trying a different way. We enable the 7702 like NPC wallet into their skill. So it's not like the other wallet do. The other wallet just creates like a private phrase to them, and creates a new wallet to them, and we can use the Gmail, we can use social accounts from the owner, right? And people can use the social accounts generate an NPC wallet or 7702 wallet, and their agents can use it. So nowadays we enable many function into it, not only the trading, and we can give the agent the price. So if the market like for example the main coin just pump up from the from the chains platforms, and our system will automatically catch it. And if your skill set up some strategy, like for example, tell me which coin is the hottest one, or which coin is the new one coming out from the chains platforms, we will the skill will directly give the data, because we already integrate chains and many other platforms. And we also support cross chain. So if your wallet's assets based in ETH, Arbitrum, or any other chains can easily bridge to Solana, use our bridge. And we build this aggregator for our products already, and use for the big exchange and the bigger wallet. So that means your agent's ability is same as the exchange ability, and the same as the wallet exchange ability, the same level for them. And we integrate many like token security scan and many functions. So that's why avoid your agent to trade any scam token, right? We don't want that situation happen, of course. And we have our partner code system. So for example, if your agents uh, if your agents do if your agents generate the profits by using the other people's partner code, or using the other wallet or other agents partner code, so we will doing some like automatically revenue sharing. That structure is also enabled in our API. So in the future, we're gonna to enable the S402 payment into the scale as well. Because in the Bitget wallet nowadays we have issue our crypto card, and we have we have our payment infrastructure. Like if you go to South Asia, Vietnam, Latin America, you can use your Bitget Wallet app to scan the QR code to pay the stablecoin out, and you can apply for the crypto card. So we are trying to make this infrastructure to apply on the scale on the AI agent side, because we saw like a Temple, they issued the MPP standard, right? So in the MPP standard, every agent they can have a prepaid credit card. Like the budget gonna be like a $200 maybe. So we will do some similar things, but it will directly use the credit card, the system infrastructure we already have. So in the future, the API, this is a skill SDK gonna be more function into it and more useful. And if you guys can go into the GitHub and try the latest version of it, and you can make something new on it, and to welcome you guys to grab our prize pool. We have our individual prize pool and in these hackathons. So we have least a lot like advantage, like compared to the others, right? So we compare with the other OS solution, or there's another like single chain solutions. We are the multi-chain, and we support the like other just PML holding transaction, and we can get codes for the price and execute for immediately. We support many types of the AI, like AI training sites. Yeah. So basically, this is what we wanna talk to you guys and welcome you guys to do some works and hacks on this skill. And looking forward to have you guys onboarding the Twitter. And remember to ping us, ping Bitget Wallet, and yeah, and added the hashtag. So we will record your projects, and we can do some later competition in many others, with many others agents. So yeah, basically that's what we wanted to show today. And thank you, Maple, to make this presentation for us.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Benjamin. Yeah, no, so Bitget Wallet definitely has spent quite a bit of effort working on all these skills that Benjamin just mentioned. And we actually have seen quite a few people submitting their projects for this hackathon using your skills. So looking forward to see the final results. Next one coming up, I think, is Daki3 from Noah. Daki3, if you are ready, feel free to.
Yep, here I am. Let me just share my screen real quick. Can you guys see my screen?
It's not loading. Do you want to try again? It is. Yep.
Cool. So, hey everyone, once again, I'm Daki3. I'm a head of marketing over at Noah AI. As I said in the intro, a little bit about Noah. Noah is on a more ground level a vibe coding tool for Web3 for Solana that helps you build like Solana programs, full stack dApps, games, anything basically you want, and how far your imagination going. You can just chat with the agent and you'll get it. You'll get it done, right? So I'm just gonna get back to this a bit later. Right now, I'd love to introduce the OpenClaw agents and the integration into Noah. This is actually why we're here and why we're chatting about this. So, like, it's super simple to kickstart your agent here. Approximately takes you up to 60 seconds to get your agent up and running. I'm just gonna slowly go through this to explain to you exactly how the process looks like. So first, here in the right top corner, you have your account. You have amount of credits that you have, the amount of credits you spent, right? Obviously, here I already have my agent live that is connected to socials, actually only to Telegram. But for you, once you start and kick in, you'll have an extra step or to go through the payment and then get the free credits in and start running your agent. These are the credits here. For me, I can always load up more of these credits just by pressing plus and then add credits, just like this. credits added successfully, and then you can keep your agent running. So you can always at any point just add more credits once you're done, and your agent will keep running again. In case he's left with any credits, right? Because there's an option, so of course, as Metaplex introduced and Blockosaurus introduced the agent funding themselves. I'm not going to dive deep into it again. It's basically the same system. You launch a token on a certain launchpad that we integrated, and we integrated basically all of them, and I'm not going to name them. And then your token can fund yourself via creator fees, etc. So it's super simple. It's super easy option to get your agent nonstop running. So my agent is currently active. It's active for like 27 days right now. I'm just gonna press this link here. It's going to give me to a separate page that I'm just going to move right now to. Just give me a second. Right here. So now you see how your Moldbot AI assistant is live for time remaining, provider NOAA, the name of your bot. You can go open control UI and you'll see the dashboard right here. So this dashboard is quite simple. I just sent him a message. Hey, you're at the Solana Developers Workshop. Say hi to everyone who is watching this right now. Hey, everyone. It's pleasure to be here with you all. And then in the most simple aspect, I asked him, hey, what you can do, right? Tell people why they should use you. So what he replied is actually super, super simple. And I don't want to complicate this much because I feel for majority of non-technical people, OpenClaw is complicated enough. Right. So let's take it to the ground level. Why should I use you? Why are you simple tool? Right. What you can help me with. This is where I think where the most important part comes in. So what we did at NOAA AI, instead of connecting to the vibe coding platform that we're going to do, and we're going to be actually the first one to do it for the Web3 for Solana, what we did, we integrated a bunch of skills on top of each other, and around 12 to 15 different major Solana protocols, some of them being Jupiter, Helios, of course, Metaplex, Camino, Meteora, DFlow, etc. Right? So basically, you can add certain skill to your agent. That skill is always pre-built. You don't have to build it on yourself. So you're going to just add skill to your agent, and now he can execute certain on-chain actions for you. So we made sure to make it as simple as possible. Obviously, the best question here is like, hey, Ducky, what's with the security? What's with like, how am I with the permissions, right? So how am I going to be safe that my agent is not going to do something else? So the first thing that you have to know is that this OpenClaw agent is running on no AI server. So it's not running on your PC, it's not running on your computer. All of the permissions, when he's created, he doesn't have basically any permission besides replying to you. So all of the permissions you can give it to him in a most simple way, right? And regarding skills, when you add certain skills, this is also limited. He can also execute certain on-chain actions for you that are like on a most ground level. That of course you can always step up and make it even more complex, even more detailed, because again, we're currently in the stage where the only limits are your imagination, right? If you're using an OpenClaw, like regularly, this is the same thing, right? Just, hey, we're here to give you first extra steps so you can get your things rolling much easier. So what I here in the dashboard we have, this is like the website of NOAA AI, trynoah.ai/openclaw, right? So you have your overview, you have channels, you have sessions, usage, agents, and then what's super important are skills, right? You have a bunch of workspace skills are of these protocols that we integrated, like CoinGecko, DFlow, Helios, Jupiter, Camino, Magic Block, Meteor, etc. So, and also you have the other skills that you can there are basic skills like password, Apple Notes, Apple reminders, etc., right? For me right now, all of these are blocked just for me to show you like this is the default, right? This is blocked until you come to him and say, hey, I want this, enable this skill, etc. So this is the how the agent operates on the ground level. What I just want to go back and showcase is how to add your custom skills on your dashboard, which I'm going to showcase right here. Sorry for switching up between the screen shares. So basically, when you're here at the start, there's two important things that I want to mention. First is add a custom skill. You can basically add this manually. And if you want to be like, hey, what the CoinGecko skill is actually going to allow my agent to do, I'm going to click on learn more. And there's like in a quite simple description, like, hey, this is what CoinGecko skill will actually allow you to do. And then the other thing that also can make your agent work for itself is basically and constantly funding itself with credits is inviting builders and earning reward through our referral system. Super easy. You can just copy your referral, and then you can see your referrals here, total rewards, the amount of credits you received by inviting friends, etc. So we make sure to make everything as simple as possible. But there is still one for me, what we see in the last months is one super hard thing is like, hey, if I once I set up my agent, what should I do with it? Right? I think this is the major thing for everyone who is getting introduced to OpenClaw. A lot of people want to get introduced, but first thing that could for majority of people is quite hard is setup. And then the second thing, hey, once I set it up, what should I do next? Right? So what we're doing at Noah, we are trying to solve both of these things in a most simple way. I'm first going to cover what we're doing next after I set up my agent, and we are actually giving a few extra steps before before you fully set up your agent to give an agent a direction in which you want to go. Hey, I need my agent to use just for Solana protocols on-chain skills, right? Okay, I'm just gonna tick this off before I fully set up my agent, and he's going to run fully on top of this. I want to use my agent to create content for me. I want to use my agent to research this. So we're adding all of these skills that are pre-built in the best way possible to say they're pre-built, and they're going to allow you to just in few clicks set up your agent to exactly know in which direction you want to go fast. You don't have to. First thing that is most important, this is going to save a lot of credits, right? You don't have to come here and be like, hey, do this, and type everything manually. That will burn a lot of your credits. Everything is pre-built, quote unquote again, and then just by taking this off, you're going to save a lot of credits, and plus your agent is already knows in which direction you want to go. The next thing is only looping him in with like, hey, what content, for example, I want to build content, what content you want to build for which audience, which social media, what's your goal with it, etc., right? But it saves a lot of time for everyone. And the second thing that I wanted to talk overall is the first thing is running Noah AI OpenClaw on this dashboard, right? This is which is website. Try noah.ai/OpenClaw, you're set. But with Noah, actually did something a bit more simple that will save you a lot of your time and also understanding, which is not 100% for everyone, but I just want to share this expo that we recently made. So Solana agents are now one message away. Basically, we launched our Telegram bot, OpenClaw Telegram bot that is powered by Noah, and under 60 seconds, literally, you can set up your agent and run it. So this means if you go directly to this link on the right side, Noah AI Claw bot, you just write down start, and all of these things that in following steps will have your agent be live in 60 seconds on Telegram, which means all of the things that you want to do, of course, you can do through Telegram. But what's important again, the bot has limited permissions. He doesn't have access to your phone. He doesn't have access to your private messages. He is working in a limited scope in one box that is actually, hey, I'm on Telegram right now. You can chat to me. So just something easier for us and for everyone else who, hey, the dashboards are not for me. Like, I want to carry my OpenClaw bot with me, so just launch it on Telegram, and always on the phone you have whatever you need. Hey, do this for me. Hey, do this for me. Hey, Solana is pumping. Swap this amount of SOL. Swap this amount of USDC, USDT. Whatever you want. In one click, your agent can do this right now. So this is about it regarding Noah. I just want to, before we wrap up, I just want to share one more thing with you that we think that is important, and it's security. How can I stay secure while using Web3 on-chain agents? This is one part that we did spend quite a lot of time for people to understand as easy as possible. And we wrote down this article, Don't Get Wrecked, the on-chain agent safety guide. It's super simple. Actually shows you how to isolate your environment, how to never expose your private keys, treat third-party skills and as untrusted code, do not connect high-risk financial accesses, obviously keep your systems updated. So all of this, in case if you're, hey, I'm quite 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 scared to run OpenClaw agent because I don't know how secure I'm going to be. This article is for you. Start with limits, then scale autonomy, understand what agents are and what they're not. So this is quite simple. Again, here's a link to first directly on the dashboard, and then to 3G TG bot. It's super easy for you um, to set up your agent and be secured while doing it. And just before we wrap up, one more time, we're giving away everyone a free credits to kickstart their OpenClaw bot. If you just join to our Telegram chat, which is Noah Builders, just show a screenshot to prove that you were at the workshop, and we're going to allocate you some free credits. Yep, that would be it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Daki3. I think we'll have our last presentation. Thank you. Today, which is from Dinesh from Covalent or Gold Rush. Which one should we introduce you? We actually all had a round of introduction of each of us, so feel free to do that as well.
Yeah, sure thing. I hope I'm audible. Hey, am I audible, Nitin? Thanks for the intro.
Hey Dinesh, do you want to share anything? It's a bit noisy in your background.
Yeah, is it better now?
Yeah, I
Yes.
think let me add it to the screen.
Okay. Are you able to see the screen that I'm sharing?
Yep, right now we can see the screen.
Awesome. Thank you so much for the intro. Thank you so much for doing this, Mabel. Really helpful. So I'm the developer at Goldrush. So what we essentially do is we have multi-chain data, we have API layers for builders, teams, over 100 chains. If you want to build anything on chain, we want you to be using our data, and we want to make it as easy and as accessible as possible. So that's a mode there. For this hackathon, we want to see what you guys are building. We want to help you guys in any way possible. You can just sign up. It's a one-step process. Even apart from that, we are happy to give you credits as well to build the product. Uh, to enable vibe coders and AI agents. Specifically, we also have a vibe coding plan. Uh, if you just want to scale your product, right? So even we have that. So basically, the next direction that we are going in is agent directory. So any agent tool that you're using, we want to help academic, including Cloud Code, Codex, Gemini CLI, just the whole set of features. We have them all, right? So we have these all features. We are supporting all of them. You can just view them in a docs, and it should be accessible to the quick side. It's a simple process for any agent that you're using. So we would really like if you would just experiment with the agent directly and try to make it as easy as possible here as well. Then we have the MCP server. I hope I'm visible. Yep. So we have an MCP server. We work on this MCP server to basically give access to anything that any interface that you're using. Uh, we want you to be use cold rush with the with whatever you're using. So we have a Claude MCP. You can just simply connect it with like 3 steps, and then you can prompt live on-chain data of over 100 chains just through your Claude interface. How cool is that? So you just need to set this up once. It's a simple configuration. You just need to get an API key, and then you just need to post your desktop configuration here, and then you can use it via CLI as well, which I'll be coming next. So we have exposure to as well. We really wanted agents to have access to on-chain data. So if you have agents, if you want agents to have access to on-chain data, we want you to be using our product in the sense where you can simply use that. We have a facilitator, you can just use it with a simple snippet. We have a quick start. Feel free to go through it. Feel free to, if you're building with agents, for example, if you're building with no agents, if you're building anything, please feel free to use X402 to add it to your agents. Then we have a CLI as well. Uh, for all the CLI freaks, you can query on-chain data through your CLI live. You can simply install it with this simple one step that I'll just show you a demo of the kind of thing that we're able to do with the CLI. So we were able to plot an OHLCV chart on the CLI. This is a CLI. So these are some of the things that we were able to query through a CLI, and this is live data. So you can get all of this data kind of like a mini Bloomberg terminal, and this was like over a we coded this over a weekend, so you can get the gist of how easy it can be to code any product on chain. Especially it becomes helpful for the white coders and the hackathon participants, our hackathon participants, right? Then even apart from that, if you have OpenFlow, if you're using OpenFlow, if you're using Cloud Code, if you're using any AI agent, it is as simple as just pasting in one command, and then you can just go through it and it will do the whole thing for you and just build it. This is a one-shot application, right? And then apart from that, one additional thing I really wanted to add here was goldrush-skills.versal.app, where it's a list of skills that you can directly use to code anything on Solana and like plenty chains. Like I just go through Solana, there are 53 skills that you can use right now. So if I just uh, go here, if you can get a cross-chain activity report for any chain, right? And then you can copy the prompt, then we'll give you the next steps, which is open Claude. You can get the free API key from goldrush.dev, or you can directly deploy on Vercel. You can also download this as a markdown file to paste it in your agent harness if that's what you like to do. If you want to start from yourself, like a scratch, you can just use this quick start. So even this section is there. It has everything from endpoints to key parameters, response fields, and you can combine this with other agents, and then you can just save your skills because there's so many skills. You can also, one thing we really wanted to add on top of the existing skills that we added, just to make it easier, is you can add the skills to your cart basically, and then you can combine the skills, so you can one shot applications, correct? So I combined let's say 4 skills, and I wanted a combined prompt. So this is a combined prompt that I can either copy or just download in markdown basically. So, and you can just share it as well with a dynamic URL. This is a build card. The build now redirects you to goldrush.dev. we also made starter kits. So if you're building a DeFi dashboard, you'll be using six skills. So these are the six skills that you can directly use. We have a crypto text if you're building something in the text space. If you have a token analytics kit, so we just merged and experimented with skills there as well. Then we have whale intelligence, plenty of features there. Please go to the website. Plenty things we try to add to make it as easy to academic you devs as possible for this hackathon. And just to give you a glimpse of what I was personally able to wipe code over a weekend through the skills is a Dextrino clone. So basically, it has all the features from an OHCB chart. We have bubble maps where you can use you can view a cross-chain portfolio. You can view recent transactions. This will link you to the explorers. Then you can view whale transactions. You can have a watch list. You also have a safety score that kind of risky. It kind of tells you how risky a token is, and then this is and it's we are trying to edit as many changes possible, and this was all built over a weekend. So just to give you a glimpse of what is possible to Boulder skills, to Boulders in general, and just the amount of range of chains that we offer, we really like to experiment and just have a look at what is possible. And again, good luck for the hackathon. If you guys have any doubts at all, I'm always active on Discord. So please feel free to ping me on Discord, on the Boulder's Covalent Discord. I'll always be open to help with queries. Yep. I'm looking forward to seeing what products are built, and really sorry for the background noise. Working out of a cafe, so let's say the background noise is not very good. But I hope you were able to listen to at least most of what I presented.
All right. Thank you, Dinesh, for the introduction, and thank you everyone for joining this live stream sessions, for giving workshops for our ongoing hackathon. And in addition to what our audience introduced, there actually are also a bunch of resources you may help for when you are building with AI in Solana. So one is the S402 on Solana, which is solana.com dash S402. Another one is skills on Solana, which is solana.com dash skills. And also you can see solana.com dash AI. And if you want to build with some AI tools in GitHub, so there are also Solana Foundation GitHub, which is Solana Dev Skill, and also Solana Awesome Solana AI and the Solana CP. So I think many of these we interest actually here are already integrated into these solutions, and help you have a good build experience. I'm able to see if you want to add anything.
Oh, I just wanted to mention that the deadline for the hackathon is within 3 days. So if anyone still want to participate in each of the tracks, please definitely make sure that you submit before 12 p.m. UTC of April the 3rd.
Wow, nice.
I think I'm done. Thank you, Mike.
Well, thank you everyone for joining this workshop. And if you have any other questions, please feel free to contact us in the group. And remember, when you in public and you want to submit, remember to tag the projects you are building so that we can make you into the specific track. All right, so that's today's workshop series. Thank you, everyone, and looking forward to see your submissions.
Thank you all. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye.